Hello and welcome again. Today we're going to be talking about how we can create our expected year end. Often what happens is we have a data set that is based on our year-to-date numbers as we have in front of us. So for example, we have two historical periods plus our year-to-date numbers ending, let's call it May 2018. And what we want to establish is what will the full year look like as at the end of December 2018. So we have to project the next period from June to the end of December. And really all this is just doing a budget, as we've said in our previous videos, except for the fact that we're going to budget for a period of, let's call it 7 months, to get to a 12-month period. And then what we're going to do is consolidate our actuals with our budget to get to our expected year. So that's our mission for now. And let's see how quickly we can do this. So the first thing is obviously we've got to add a period, the 7-month period. We click on add a period. And what we want is the 7-month period. So it defaults to 5. I'm looking for 7 months. I press budget and I press my wizard. Remember, press wizard, please. And then we get to our key assumption form and we establish our key parameters really for the next 7 months. And we believe for the next 7 months, well, we're going to continue the growth rate of about 10%. And remember, you can either enter the percentage value or you can enter the dollar value, whichever way you have your numbers ready for yourself. And going forward, we're going to most probably maintain the same margins, and our average variable operating costs, I'm going to just keep this real easy, is going to be 13%. Now remember, our fixed operating cost was $240,000. Now maybe we've got some detailed spreadsheet that shows our fixed operating cost for the next 7 months. That's great, love to have that. But at the moment, we have just sort of a fair idea of what our cost structures will be, and we think that roughly we're going to have pretty much similar costs, maybe a little bit of additional payroll or whatever the case may be. So let's call this $300,000 for the next 7 months. Our depreciation for 5 months is $48,000, and we're not really going to have any additional capital expenditure in the next period of time. So I suppose what we can do is do a quick calculation. 48,000, divide that by 5, times that by 7, and we've got $67,000. So roughly $67,000, which I'm going to enter into my assumption sheet. Okay, and we're going to keep our average cost of debt at 8%. We're going to leave our taxation rate at 30%. We're going to hopefully try and get our receivables down to 50 days. That's a bit of a goal. Get our inventories down to 120 days. So that's the next sort of 7-month goal. And maintain our payables at 70 days. And as we said, no further capital expenditure. So once we've all done that, we just press update. And this gives us now our budgeted. As you can see, there's the budget description being placed on it. And we have our budgeted income statement, and we have our balanced sheet all established for us nice and easy. All right, so if we wish, we can quickly pop into our scorecard for the next 7 months and have a look and see, whether our strategy makes sense. A little bit more profitability, better cash flow, etc. So it all looks fairly good. We can make our adjustments if we wish inside here, either changing 1 or 2 of the numbers that we want to. Remember, from your what if video, you can change all the salmon colored cells, or if you wish, you can change any one of the amounts in your income statement or balance sheet. So for example, I want to have a round receivable number. I want to call it $630,000. Really, there it is. And automatically your receivable days will change. Okay, so now that we've got all that done, let's, because we've made a change and we want to keep that change, we can update our data loading screen. And there is our budget for the next 7 months. So now we've got 5 months actual, 7 months budget. And what we're wanting to establish is the annualized amount of the combined actual plus budget to see what our expected year end will look like. Okay, now, before we go to the consolidation capability, if you ever want to keep this data, you have to save this as a separate file. So I'm going to keep this data. I'm going to say this is a separate file, and I'm going to, really call this, Marco actual to May and budget to. Okay, so let's call it that. And we press download, and automatically our file will be downloaded and ready for us to save. Okay, so let's press close. Now we're in a position to consolidate our actuals and our budget to get to our annual number. So I press the consolidate periods, and all this does is we have to take each period and we identify what we want to consolidate. So obviously we've got a 12-month period there. I just bring it across. We've got another 12-month period there. I bring it across. But I do want to consolidate these two. So I simply just color those two elements or how many elements I want or periods I want, and I bring them across. And automatically, that will now give me what my future model will look like based on 12 months. Once I've done that, I press OK. And this now delivers to me my expected year end, which is the combination of my obviously my actuals for 5 months and my budgeted period that I have for 12 months. And once again, if you wish, you can look at your one-page scorecard to see what your 12 months will look like. And is this sort of going towards your directional thinking as such? Okay, well, hopefully you have a great analysis day. It's Andre Guillen here, and bye for now.